IGN Live at E3 2018 is presented by Marvel Studios' Ant-Man and the Wasp in theaters July 6th.
Welcome back, everybody. IGN Live at E3 2018. I'm Damon Hatfield here with our Nintendo editor, Philip Mewson, and we are joined once again by Daniel from Nintendo.
Thank you.
To take a look at Super Mario Party.
Yes.
It was a really nice surprise during the Nintendo briefing yesterday.
No, it was great to see that one be announced. That people were really excited.
Yeah.
It's going back to its original form, back to the original days of where you actually move as individual characters, so it's not a vehicle together, so now you can all move separately, which I'm sure people are really excited to see going back to that old format.
Yeah.
So we'll be going that, and there's a lot of little nuanced changes, taking advantage of the Joy-Con controller as well to play in different ways. You got some footage showing on there. That's actually showing how you get allies.
Yeah, we got a couple Nintendo representatives playing this live for us right now.
Yes.
Cool. So what game board is this one right here?
Oh, geez, this is, no, you caught me on that one. I can't remember the game board off the top of my head. but basically, it's a game board that essentially uses, there's thwomps in it. It has a little bit more of a kind of Indiana Jones type feel to it, if you want to say. Because there actually is there's a boulder right there. You can see that path up top there.
Right.
If you hit a certain button, a boulder will come down and knock all the players out if you hit the event square. So the boards are all different, different things to play around with, different kind of obstacles to go in your way.
So you're saying that it's more like the earlier Mario parties where the boards are more open as opposed to more linear, like the
Yes, the boards are more open. You can see right here multiple pathways to go, how you want to move around within there as you're collecting those coins to get the stars. And you get the stars by finding Toadette. Toadette is going to be there. She's holding them every time you get 10 coins when you meet her. You're able to do that right there. So right here, you can kind of use this map to even kind of scan through the board to see what each spot represents, what you can do, where you should go, the event spaces. So a little bit more quality of life features built in as well, so you kind of know what's happening, where you should be going. We kind of already jumped into a game a little bit further along. That's why they've already kind of moved along the board a bit. And Mario here is about to get to Toadette, but sadly, when he gets there, he's gonna have no coin. He's not gonna have coins. So you purchase the star from Toadette. So yeah, again, those give all these four different characters playing the game, and the dice blocks are a bit different too now. Usually people have those dice blocks 1 to 6.
Right.
Every character now has a special dice block where they can, it's a risk-reward dice block. So right here, Bowser's holding this dice block right there that's green, so now he either gets 1 or 10s basically on the dice block. So he failed horribly. But he got to an ally space, which is good, so now he can try to get an ally. So when you get to the minigames, which we'll get to in a moment, and having an ally on your team means that when you go into those games, this ally will kind of run around by the computer and help you out.
Okay.
At the same time, though, you also get that character's dice block. So this dice block has a 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, and a 10. So depending on what you kind of roll into. And then also when you have an ally, when you're rolling on the board, that ally will give you a little bit of an extra bonus.
Very cool. So we're seeing
Peach
right now. Using her dice, and now every character has their own dice. So
they have the standard 1 to 6 die, and then each character has its own special custom dice block.
Right. Okay.
That they're able to use, and they're all different. Like Donkey Kong's is like either get like 0s or 10s, or something that could be like you get coins or you move.
Can you choose to use their custom die whenever you want?
Yep. On your turn, you could use the regular dice block, or you can use the custom dice block, or if you have an ally, you can use the allies custom dice block.
So when you land on an ally place on the board, does the ally stay with you for the entirety of the game?
Oh, okay. And once you get that ally is no longer available to other people.
Awesome.
For that round.
Is it all really well balanced, or are some dice objectively better than others?
It's objective. Yeah, it's objective. Like what you think is better for what you want, higher numbers, lower numbers, the bonuses that come into it as well. Here's the Gridiron.
Cool.
Basically, they're trying right here now. They're holding the Joy-Con controller and trying to survive by simply dodging these guys coming at them. They can also shove each other, if they wanted to, into the other spots.
Nice.
Everyone kind of weighs the same, so Bowser's not going to do anything different. But yeah, they're all kind of running around together, trying to survive. They can each take 3 hits, and as they get further along, they get more of these guys coming on the screen to take them out.
Very cool. So about how many minigames are in the game right now?
We're talking about around 80. Around 80 minigames we'll be getting.
Any classics returning to this one?
Oh, yeah, we're going through a bunch of them now. They'll have reminiscence of the original ones, but nothing specific to what's going to be in there. And some of the newer ones take a lot of advantage of. The newer ones I'm most excited for personally, just because one of them actually use the Joy-Con controller like holding like a frying pan.
Right. Yes.
And you actually have to kind of keep flipping this cube of meat. And you have to cook all sides evenly, but if you click it too hard, the meat will fall off to start over.
I see.
And all 4 players are trying to keep up with that whole thing of doing that. There's even one that's like a tricycle where you have to kind of do this kind of motion to actually keep the tricycles moving along to go through that as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
So a very nice mix of motion controls and also physical controls
Yes.
as well. You play
Yes.
many different ways.
And I think, so this game is being designed to sort of take advantage of the Switch's portability.
Yes,
right?
as well. Yes, you can definitely play on the go or at home, whatever works best for you, whatever
Yeah.
you think works.
Which
So
I
we
think we're
actually
going to
have
pull up some footage
B-roll,
Yes.
of that right
Oh, yeah.
now.
Yes.
Yeah, there is another mode
Yeah.
called Toad's Rec Room.
Yeah.
Where we kind of showed a little bit where you could actually take two switches and
Yeah.
play mini
we
league
go.
baseball. This right here is actually called Banana Split from Toad's Rec Room.
Yeah.
Where it's taking advantage of the local wireless between two switches. And essentially, you have to now match the bananas up properly as you see them.
Ah, I see, cool.
So right there, you're kind of using the touchscreen. And it's actually able to sense how they're lined up. So if they're doing it correctly, it works fine. But let's say I do a mistake, it'll recognize quickly. I was getting confused here.
So can you speak to how the switches are actually communicating with each other? Because this is very
It's
interesting.
using local wireless. It's using its own wireless between the two and communicating based on how it's all functioning that way.
Awesome.
So it's able to read each other and it's actually understand what's happening right there.
Okay.
That guy looks familiar.
And were they? How many switches can communicate with each other at once?
It's two.
It's two
It's using
switches?
two for this one typically.
Okay.
Yeah, just use two for this one as you're playing through.
Very cool.
This was us doing this yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, so how did you find it worked, Philip?
Yeah, I mean, it was a seamless experience. Honestly, like I didn't have any issues with it whatsoever. This is the banana mini game, right?
Banana Split.
Banana Split. Yes, yes. And it's obviously got a Donkey Kong theme to it.
Yes.
Yeah, which is very cool.
And you had the record, if I remember correctly. You actually got the fastest time.
yeah,
out of all of us.
30 seconds. Yeah, it
You
was
have the world record.
current world record for
Yeah.
Super Mario Party. Yes, I am. So we saw two others in the direct. There's a
Yes.
baseball one.
Yeah.
And what was the other
The other
one?
one's called Shell Shock Deluxe, where essentially you get to play with each person that controls a tank using
Right.
the Joy-Con controller, but you can set how you want the board to match up.
Cool.
So you can make it where just even lines up and then basically have a huge map to play with connecting, or you can make just a small pathway to make it you have to go through something and you're trying to basically destroy each other using cannonballs, and they bounce off the walls in all different directions and play off that as well.
Very cool. So
Far we've talked about there's Banana Split, Mini League Baseball, and Shell Shock Deluxe are the three we've talked about so far.
okay. One thing that I've been dying to ask you. So we saw that obviously two switches are communicating with each other. Will only one copy of Super Mario Party be required to play? Like, is game sharing enabled,
Good question.
or do you need two copies?
You will have to stay tuned for more information on that one. We're not going into too much detail
Okay.
on that one. It's a good question. Good question. No, we're not going. Still got a little bit of time till we get to that launch date of October 5th. So there'll still be some more time to talk about more of the details of how that works, what'll be available, all the different mini games, the modes, all that.
Cool. Well, what's your favorite minigame so far that you've played that you can speak about?
Oh, geez. I think it's good. No, the frying pan one is honestly one of my favorite. The frying pan one is really fun. There's also one where actually you're working together, kind of doing a claw game where you're trying to make faces. Could be like Mario's face. You're trying to pick up each piece and line it up blindly. You have to work together with your teammate because you can control one axis, the other one controls the other axis.
Oh, okay.
So there's kind of fun games. Those 2-on-2s or 1v3s. They're all fun in their own right. And the characters are fun too. I love seeing that Goomba's a playable character in the game. Like especially do the tricycle one. Kind of like it's fun seeing a guy ride a tricycle with no hands.
Nice.
But that's what he does.
About how many characters will be available at launch?
Oh, geez. So far,
Like, are all the classic ones returning that we all know and love?
there's a lot of classic ones there. From the allies you can see so far, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, like probably like there's 12 to 16 roughly around there so far
wow.
we've shown. But could we stay tuned for more? We don't know. We're just gonna be final version. So
So this game is called Snack Attack.
yes,
Obviously, try to catch the popcorn,
popcorn,
avoid,
but not the giant burning meteors.
yeah, lava balls, whatever they are. Yeah.
Bowser's doing really well.
Yeah. I like how the popcorn just stays in your cup.
So with Nintendo Online launching in September, and obviously Super Mario Party is launching in October, can we expect to see Super Mario Party taking advantage of any online features?
Can't say anything right now.
Ah.
Just stay tuned. No, it's a good question. No,
Okay.
we'll definitely have more information about what kind of if and what their kind of online functionality will be. So just stay tuned for that.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. We'll hopefully have more stuff to show on that one for fun. Definitely.
Is there like a progression or unlock system in the game where you like unlocking new characters or worlds or anything? Or
So for all we're showing now, I know I feel
Okay.
bad kind of giving like an answer yet. Right now, all we're really showing is just this initial map playing some of the mini games that pop up as you go through that right now. We're not going too much like what other modes there are, how they'll actually be progressed through the system and all that. Besides
Right.
this mode, this main mode where you actually now have that original feel of moving individually, but also Toad's Rec Room, which you showed a little bit earlier with that banana split and those other modes using those two switches to kind of communicate with each other in different ways as well. But there are new items as well too in the game. We're at the item shop right now, which is why I'm bringing that up. But yeah, there's new items in the game you can check out. Like some of them are, I'm trying something like that. You have an ally phone, or a phone where you can call an ally, buddy phone. Some different items like that will kind of change the game clip in different ways as well as how people play. So classic ones like a dash mushroom to move faster, and then even the warp box, you can warp to different locations on the board. Sadly, no one got the star because no one had enough coins to get it. So now Toadette is still hanging out there until someone comes all the way back around to get that one from him.
So is it safe to say that this Mario Party, like many others before it, will actually be the end of many friendships to come?
You never know. Like, I mean, yes, it's just like any other board game you play. It's always like, especially as you get toward the end, where people start if you start how to take each other out, who's going to get that last star, who's going to get to that point, who's got the coins. And the mini games, you're right. The mini games where people start getting really just antsy, trying to get all that money, so the coins, so they can buy the stars. It's endless.
Oh yeah, we get pretty crazy with it in the IGN office. So cannot wait for this to launch on October 5th.
October 5th.
So not too far away.
Just have about 1 minute left, Philip. Any last questions?
I'd like to try to answer.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Make it a good one.
Oh man! All right.
Got a whole list of them.
Yeah, you went through
45
my good ones. Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything you'd like to say last minute about Mario Party? Super Mario Party?
You threw it back at me. That's smart. No, I mean, just the fact, again, all the mini games, just all that fun that's playing with it. I mean, even just playing along with my friends, with my folks at Nintendo, just getting ready for this. It's been a lot of fun just feeling that action, and really that original feel of moving individually. That is just a huge, that's a big factor that I love. I enjoyed playing with the vehicles, but I like the whole idea of really making that competitive feel, moving separately, doing what you want, how do you want to go around.
Awesome.
I just want to say that Super Mario Party is a really cool name.
Yeah, I know.
Seems like
right back to that original feel. Let's refresh the whole thing, go back to what it was originally.
Perfect. Daniel, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, stay tuned. More to come here on the IGN stage at E3 2018 after this.